2 million people. Crazy. They said that I can't get anything because I have too much money in my bank account. Yes, I know it's getting a little bit woo-woo. Studies are going on because I can't fucking say. Oh, I'd love to be an influencer. As of next year, I can hire a car. I need a schedule. I need a graph. I need a chart. Honestly, I want to be living lavish. It was an awful time to be alive. I'm just kind of grasping at straws at the moment. Period. Hey guys, it's Jay. I'm back for another video, this time not a travel video, just me talking to the camera, kind of giving you a little bit of update on my life because I feel like a lot has kind of been happening, but also at the same time, nothing's been happening. So I thought we'd just kind of delve into it, do a bit of a chit chat because I don't really do these sorts of things very often. I feel like I'm always doing a task or I'm somewhere, like I'm traveling, whatever it might be. So I feel like this would be a fun little time just to kind of debrief on life. Also, let's see how long I last sitting outside because it's a little bit bright. It's also winter here now, but I thought I'd change it up, go somewhere else other than my bedroom, and I was really hoping the sun would be out, which it's not, but I'm sure it'll come out in a little bit. To start off with, I came back from WA recently, so I did my Perth vlog, my Rottnest vlog, and also my Albany vlog. It was so nice going back and seeing family and experiencing Perth and WA as an adult. The last time I was in Perth, I was probably 13. I haven't really experienced it as a teenager or as an adult. I've only really seen it through the lens of a child. I have this newfound appreciation for it, which I did talk about a little bit more in those videos. When I was a kid, looking at Perth, it was like this incredibly massive city. It was like the biggest place on earth. Like 2 million people. Crazy. Coming from a town of like 40,000, that was insane. But now having been to places like Sydney, Melbourne, Tokyo, you kind of get a gauge of what other towns look like. And I realized how small my hometown really was. Like it really was a tiny little place, even though it didn't feel like it, because as I said in the video, that's just what I was used to. So to me, that felt normal. That felt like what every kind of town, city feels like, unless you're in a big city. So it was really interesting to go back and kind of relive it and go to places that I used to go to, just like remember so many things. It was such like a beautiful experience. So I feel like if you ever have the chance to go back to your hometown, especially if you haven't been there in a while, check it out. So much happened, bad things and good things. I feel like going back, I realized how like minuscule and small those issues are and how none of it exists. Like no one's even there anymore. Everyone's pretty much moved up to Perth. A really interesting, bittersweet feeling, but it was a really, really nice experience. So I'm really grateful that I could experience that. And back onto normal life, I actually have not been able to get a job. I have been unemployed since April. I was waiting until I came back from Perth and I've applied to probably like 10 or so places, have not heard back. I actually applied for Centrelink as well. They said that I can't get anything because I have too much money in my bank account. At the moment, I'm incomeless. The welfare system will not help me. Employers will not help me. I'm kind of just stuck in this limbo and I'm in a very lucky position where I live at home. I don't really have any bills. I've been trying to keep my expenses down as low as possible, especially with my upcoming trip. It's just been a bit of an interesting experience. I'm really trying to appreciate the slow points of life and really take in the little things like walking my dogs with my friends, going to the beach, going for bike rides, just hanging out with my friends, like going for a drive somewhere, even just being at home, doing chores, doing laundry, enjoying my morning coffee. I feel like in a way this is preparing me because I know when I'm gone for 3 months in Europe and I'm constantly moving around every 4 to 5 days, I'm experiencing different cultures, I'm working out different transit systems, I'm meeting heaps of new people. I feel like I'm going to be so depleted. It'll definitely fill my cup. I probably won't even want to come home. I'm sure this time is being allocated to me by the universe. Yes, I know it's getting a little bit woo-woo, but I feel like this time is being allocated to me just to relax, take my time with planning my trip. Obviously there's a lot to plan, lot to book. I'm very type A when it comes to this kind of stuff, so I like to plan it out, have a schedule, know exactly what I'm doing, where I'll be, how I'm going to get there. So I'm just really trying to enjoy my time, and I think just the fact that I can't get any welfare, the fact that I can't get a job, it's a sign to try and overcome my money scarcity mindset, which I've had since I was a kid. Just take this time to, I guess, kind of go within. Again, not to get like super woo-woo. It's not like I'm here in deep meditation every day, finding my soul's purpose, although that probably wouldn't be the worst idea, not gonna lie. There is so much beauty in life. There's so many little things that we can be grateful for and so many beautiful things happening. In today's world, everything's online, everything's on social media, everything kind of revolves around what you put out there and what you consume. Life can feel very busy. We're constantly being bombarded with the news and all the negativity that's going on in the world, as well as some positivity as well. Oh, look, there comes the sun. How good. Okay, sunnies are going on because I can't fucking see. We're always comparing ourselves to our peers and family and friends and people that we don't even know, and just like how we could do better, what we're lacking in life. And I think that this time is just for me to unwind, try and get offline, although TikTok research is always super important when it comes to planning a trip for me. So I will indeed be on TikTok scrolling for research purposes. Where was I going with this? I always fucking lose my train of thought. I won't be able to see my dog for 3 months. I won't be able to see my mum for 3 months. I think just like enjoying the time with my family, enjoying those walks with my dog since I won't be able to do it, and just like basking in the lifestyle, because life's about to be fucking hectic in the best way way possible, and I cannot wait. Another thing that's been kind of difficult is figuring out what I want for my future. I feel like that's the question I get the most these days, especially when I say I'm not working. People just ask, oh, is it because you're studying? No. Do you know what you want to do for work? No. I feel like I'm just constantly being asked the same questions no matter who it is, and it's definitely a valid question. I'm getting asked it so often and I don't know the answer. I feel like my answer at the moment is that I would love to have financial freedom, freedom of time, freedom of travel. I want to be able to do something fun and experience things and meet people, and I feel like that's what this trip is really going to be giving me. And I'm kind of really hoping that during this time I have abroad, I can really pump the content. Obviously, as you already know, I'm going to be vlogging it all. I'll be doing packing videos. I'll be doing all those kinds of things. I'll be trying to post on TikTok as much as I can. I'll be posting on my Instagram. I'm really hoping I can make something out of this. I've said it before in the past where I've been like, oh, I'd love to be an influencer. I know everyone calls someone that is in the online space an influencer, but I feel like I would just love to be able to post online and create content and have fun, earn a living no matter where I live, what I'm doing, and just be able to kind of make some kind of a change, some kind of a difference, have some kind of an impact. I don't know. There's so much to consider. There's still a lot more soul searching that I know that I need to do. This trip is definitely going to change a lot, and that's why I'm really trying to take in this time and just really de-stress and just enjoy life as it is right now, because I feel like when I come back, regardless of what happens, I just feel like everything is going to be different, whether that's like my outlook on life, my career, people around me, living out of home, which hopefully next year it will happen. I feel like everything's going to do a 180. Everyone always says to appreciate where you are and what you're doing and how your life is at the moment, because you can never go back, and going back to my hometown did make me appreciate that, because even though they were good and bad, looking back and going back and revisiting, there were so many good moments that I wish I had have appreciated. And everyone always says when you're a kid to enjoy it, don't grow up too fast, make sure that you're really taking everything in, and I definitely didn't. Obviously some things I did to an extent, but when you're a kid, all you want to do is grow up, all you want to do is be an adult. You don't want to be in school anymore, you want to go have fun. I definitely love being an adult. Being 24 I think has been really eye-opening. Now that I'm in my mid-20s, I'm not a teenager anymore, I'm not in my early 20s, I'm a proper solidified adult. As of next year I can hire a car in my name and it'll be fine. All my insurance premiums will go down. 25 will be a good year. It's just kind of crazy to think that all those moments have gone past. They're decades ago. I'm just really trying to take it in and enjoy life as it is right now, even though I'm jobless, even though I'm lacking a bit of direction, and just enjoy the time that I have with the people around me, because I don't know how long they'll be around for. I don't know how long I'll be around for, and not in a death sort of way necessarily, although that's always a possibility. So yeah, lots to consider, lots to do. On the plus side with my Europe planning, I might do another video more in depth on this and how I kind of plan and all that, because I feel like it's very important. Everyone's different. Some people like to leave things last minute, especially when you're backpacking like I am, but I am just the type of person that loves to have it planned out. I need a schedule, I need a graph, I need a chart. I would love to go a little bit more in depth on what I'm doing, but at this point in time, I've paid for my flights to and from London. I've booked my first 3 weeks of accommodation. I really want to book all of my August accommodation ASAP, but I've booked London, Paris, Barcelona, and Nice. I've also paid for my eurail pass, and I might go a little bit more in depth on this later, especially when I'm in Europe and I've used it a bit more. But if you're under 27, or if you start your trip before you turn 27, you can actually get 25% off, which is super, super helpful. I ended up buying the first class pass. I was going to go with second class because it's about $400 difference. I just thought, honestly, I want to be living lavish. $400, it's really not that big a difference. And with the amount of train rides I will be riding, I think I calculated it's like 40. And that's obviously going between cities, that's going out on day trips, that's going all around. It only works out to be like, I want to say like $15 difference that I'm really paying per trip. This isn't just like using the metro and going like 2 stations on the subway. They're not included. Actually going between countries and everything, not that bad. Kind of a steal. Obviously seat reservations also need to be paid for. I need to pay for those as well, and I will get onto that. That's kind of where I am at the moment. I feel like this isn't the best video, but I feel like it's an important video. In my mind, I always feel like my content has to be travel. It has to be going somewhere, doing something. And that's not the case. I feel like I would love to represent a little bit more of normal life, because this is just another chapter, my unemployment era. I'm trying to like teach myself that it's okay to not be doing anything, because these moments are as important as it is doing things. I'm not trying to just keep recycling back and repeat the same things. I'm sure there'll be times, even future in my life, when I'm older, like 80, 90, or even before then, when I'm like 2 years down the track. Oh, there's a really loud truck coming past. But anyways, I know that I'll be looking back and I'll be wishing that I enjoyed this more. Even with the COVID lockdowns, I fucking hated the COVID lockdowns. I'm sure most of us did. It was an awful time to be alive. It's just not the tea. Sometimes I look back when I was working and I'd think, fuck, like I would love to just not have to go to work right now and have like 2 weeks off and just stay at home. And that's the life that I'm living. I asked for that and I've been given it. And as I said, I feel like the reason that I haven't been able to get a job is for a reason. The welfare part of things kind of sucks, but like I said, I think it's to help me overcome my scarcity mindset in regards to money and finances. I'm just kind of grasping at straws at the moment. Everything will be fine, everything will work out, and I can't wait to look back on this moment in my life and just reflect and think, wow, how lucky was I? How lucky was I to be living at home with my family, all close by, having my friends around, being able to take my dog to the beach, just living in such a beautiful place at a beautiful time with no stress, even though I inflict stress upon myself. That's something that needs to be worked on. I feel like I've kind of touched on everything and how I'm feeling. This will probably be a bit of a shorter video, but as I said, not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to be a 30-minute travel vlog. It can just be life, and this is the life that I'm living. Not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to be viral. Some things are just meant to be put out there. Some things are just meant to be, and that's fine. And I'm happy to just be at this point in time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've also loved the audio. I tested this in my room before because previously when I first got the DJI, the mic sucked. It was not good at all. Don't know if this makes it sound worse or not. When I was doing my original video, I had it clipped under here and it just sounded very quiet. Don't know why. I was literally in my room. There was no noise, but for some reason it was not giving. I thought I'd just hold it here and speak like I'm doing a little podcast. We're on the up. Life is good, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want. I don't really give a fuck. I don't know what I'll post next. Maybe it'll be in regards to Europe. Maybe it'll be in regards to life. Maybe it'll just be an update. I'll probably do like a little bit of a shopping haul for my trip. I need to write out a big list of everything that I need to buy. I need to get my backpack, which I haven't brought yet. That's actually very, very important. I'll make sure I have a little vlog getting those things, and I'll definitely do some pack with me's and all that kind of stuff. But otherwise, we'll see how we go, because at this point in time, I have no idea what I'm doing. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. And I think that that's where I'm meant to be right now. That's that. So like I said, hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know. If there's any content you want to see, let me know. I would love to hear from you. But until then, I'll see you next time. Have a good one. See ya. Period.